Hey everyone, I'm back, and today we're going to be talking about Poor Things. And this movie is directed by Yorgos Lanthimos, and it stars Emma Stone. And I'm fairly familiar with Yorgos Lanthimos. I've seen The Favorite, I've seen The Killing of a Sacred Deer, and The Lobster. I haven't seen Dogtooth yet. And his previous three movies that I have seen, those are all movies that I love and would definitely see again. And I would highly recommend checking those movies out if you enjoyed Poor Things. I'm just going to say that right off the bat. And if you like the director, then check out his other movies. And this one was no exception. And I really loved this movie. I'm going to be honest. I was so in love with the tone of the film. And I love the world that this movie was set in. It's like a mixture of the past, the present, and the future in ways. And it was just very creative and out there. And I loved it so much. And the movie is very well shot. And there are points where it's like the point of view of a keyhole almost. And I liked the usage of that element in the film, like someone's always watching our main character, and I love the story for this movie, and just conceptually, it's a pretty messed up concept, but the way it's executed, I really enjoy where they go with it, and I'm a fan of movies that are artfully presented and just out there, and just don't really care too much about having a traditional structure, and they have a lot that they want to say and communicate and have things that the director wants to explore, and I got it, and I'm happy with it. And the movie is 2.5 hours long, and I didn't really feel the runtime. I thought it was pretty well paced, and the story was always moving. I felt like we were always getting something new out of each scene that was being presented. And I also really love the tone for the film. It's very funny at points, but also kind of disturbing at other points. And I liked Emma Stone's performance a lot. I thought she was fantastic. Willem Dafoe is really great in it too. There's just so many fantastic scenes and performances in this movie that nothing drags the movie down for me. The music was great. It was a standout part of the film, and it added to the tension and like a lot of scenes that it was in. But there is one element to the music that kind of distracted me, and it's just in the first 40 minutes, and it only happens a couple points. And my one criticism with the music was that just at a couple points, like twice maybe this happened, probably no more than 2 times, it kind of sounded a little reminiscent to the main theme for Under the Skin. Like, that was the only thing that stood out to me as a bit distracting. But for the most part, I felt like the movie was its own original thing, and it wasn't really ripping off anything. And even if there were things that are similar to this movie, it does do something new with it at the very least. And this movie always hits the emotions that it's going for, and it's very satisfying once we get to the end. And even characters that don't have too much screen time, they're still great characters and are very memorable at the very least. Oh, and I don't want to forget about Mark Ruffalo, because when I heard that he was in the movie, I was afraid that he was going to be a bit distracting for me, but instead it's the opposite. He was one of the best parts of the movie. It has a great character to play, and he's very interesting, and I like what each character brings out of the main character, and I liked seeing the journey that our main character goes through and what the story had to offer. And I don't really want to say too much about the plot because I don't want to spoil anything, but let's just say that it's a very big adventure at the very least. And that's about all I have to say about Poor Things. It was an amazing Yorgos Lanthimos film, and definitely one of my favorite movies of 2023, if not my favorite film of that year. And I think I like it better than May December. So I'm pretty comfortable about that. And I will definitely be watching this movie again, and I'm excited to see what Yorgos Lanthimos does next, because this film for me was basically a masterpiece. So check this movie out if you have the chance, and just keep in mind, this isn't really a movie for everyone. Not everyone's going to love it. And I would recommend checking out Yorgos's other films before checking out this movie, just to see if, you like his other films and are willing to watch something out there and weird. Keep that in mind. Watch his other movies as well. Although now that I think about it, I don't really know what movie I would recommend you would watch first out of any of his movies. Probably The Favorite. I'll have to rewatch all of his movies. It's just definitely not The Killing of a Sacred Deer. I wouldn't recommend starting with that one. But anyways, I'm rambling a bit. Going back to Poor Things and my rating, I'm going to give Poor Things a 10 out of 10. Thank you for watching my videos. As always, if you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below your thought of Poor Things, and my social media links. They will all be in the description, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation, and I'll see you when I get my next review up. And speaking of Under the Skin, the director of that movie is Jonathan Glazer, and the next movie is a Jonathan Glazer film, that being The Zone of Interest. So look forward to that, but until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.